Hi, we're here today with Greg to talk about Front Row. Now, Greg, Front Row has generated so much excitement with our customers. Can you tell us how it was conceived?
Yeah, sure. So actually it was right here in this building. We call this place The Hive, and it's on Microsoft's main campus. It's a partnership with Global Workplace Services, the IT team, and now the product group, who got together just about almost a year ago and started thinking about how customers were using Teams and getting really used to that close-up view of their face and their name on their own video and their lighting and their own personal experience, and how they would transition back to rooms and kind of be in a room full of other people, and how they would still get that highly personalized experience. And we wanted to rethink what that would look like on the screen and the way the people in the room would interact with it.
Can you walk us through some of the key design elements of Front Row and some of the decision-making around it?
First, I think one of the most striking pieces of Front Row is the gallery. And seeing, as I look around the room at people that I'm sitting with and people that are remote, they're all at eye level. And it just feels very natural. When we're all in a room together, you don't have people stacked on top of each other. And we wanted to replicate that here as well. So we thought, first, let's put faces at eye level with the people in the room. It would feel very natural and like a human connection. And of course, content. And here we have our fireplace content. And chat really has become a critical piece of meetings. It's almost like two meetings in one. There's an audio and video piece and people chatting on the side. And the people in the room together don't really get to participate in that. They don't see the chat. So we really wanted to make sure that was clear and everyone in the room would see what's going on and could react to those chat comments. And lastly, with hand raise, it really provides that mechanism to indicate that you want to speak. We can see our team is raising their hand here, and just makes it super clear that people want to participate and have their voice heard.
Now, I've seen Front Row in rooms that look similar to this, big rooms, but I have to imagine that not everyone has rooms like these. Are these changes required?
No. So Front Row itself is a feature that is now on every Teams room. So every Teams room has a new layout that can activate Front Row. And if you have one screen, two screens, you can get Front Row. In our case, we did add a wide screen. So this is a projected 21:9 screen, which just gives us a little more space to add chat and add raise hand. But we adapt to any size screen we're on. The room itself is designed as a very intentionally hybrid meeting room. So it puts us able to see each other, but it also helps us gaze toward the camera and see Front Row. It's a thing that we think companies will do in some rooms that are very intentionally hybrid, but in other rooms, they'll have traditional tables where people sit on both sides, and you don't have to change the room design to adapt to Front Row.
So Greg, what's your favorite part of Front Row?
Well, my favorite part was shipping it, that we just did. But as far as features, I love this gallery. I think as far as creating a human connection and really making me feel like I'm at the same table, I think this gallery is just amazing.
I agree. It really feels like this group of folks are in the room with us.
Yeah.
So now this version looks a little bit different from what we showed back in June. Are more innovations coming?
There are. So we have three things that we're building right now, actually. The first will apply to that gallery. So we wanted those faces to really pop out, feel like they're in the room with you. So we're going to do what we call segmented view, which will put all of those faces on a shared background, a little bit like together mode. So we'll have a nice common image behind each person there. It'll really feel more like they're in the room together. The second is loop. And so that raised hand panel can be replaced with live note-taking and live action items. It'll show the agenda at the beginning of the meeting. And the last bit we call spatial or positional audio, which lets us use our normal human intuition. When we hear a sound from a certain direction, we intuitively look there. So when I hear somebody speaking on the left, I'll look to the left side of the stage and I'll know exactly who it is that's speaking.
Wow, so many cool things. Thank you so much, Greg, for coming and talking with us about Front Row today.